Hello, so wireframing, and we are on assignment number 5. And this, hopefully, you might get, really might enjoy this one because I know some of you guys are working on your CV still. So let's check out design our CV. So we start like everything else, clicking on this third link here. And go on down and design your that. I'm going to take a drink of water. As overviewed in the hierarchy lesson, Gestalt principles, or the principles of grouping, are psychological understanding of how we as humans interpret visual information. Our minds identify patterns in what we see and experience. Psychologists group those perceptions into 5 categories: proximity, similarity, continuity, closure, and connectedness. Through these principles, you can start structuring information on a page. You'll be creating content of your CV, also known as your resume, based off your work in educational history. So go ahead and get all the information written down before you attempt to find the right typeface. I've talked about this in previous classes before. Focus on one problem at a time. Most of you guys, if not all of you guys, should probably have some sort of CV that you've worked on in the past, whether with the Career Center or you know before any time. So if you don't have one, or if you need to update it because it's been a few years since you've done any updates, do that first before you start diving into this. Focus on one problem at one time. And the first problem you need to focus on is updating or writing your CV. And then you can focus on some of the design like typeface and structure. Because content comes before communicating the information on your CV is vital. So once you have your information written, you can begin prioritizing and grouping it based off importance. So consider the Gestalt principles of similarity and proximity. If you have 3 previous jobs and 2 prior educational experience, you'll create 2 separate groups visually by pairing the similar statements together. One group of job experiences and the other one education. So after organizing your CV in a layout that establishes a hierarchy and a visual structure, experiment with typography. Um, So your CV. So are you writing your first CV? No worries. A CV is a summary of your existing and previous professional skills and experiences. Make sure you include your name, email address, and phone number, a link to your portfolio, education history, work experience, and relevant skills. Do some research on the company, role, and team you're applying to, and tailor your CV to it. Add the most relevant information, most relevant work experience at the top, and give it prominence in your hierarchy. Each job entry should have some description of what work you accomplished and then what your responsibilities entailed. So I do a job search techniques class at the Job and Family Services office in Athens once a month. And one of the things that I tell them every single time, it's a different people every month, but one of the two of the biggest things that I tell them is the fact you got to update your resume based off the job you're applying for. You cannot do one blanket resume for every job that you're applying for. And the people that's looking at your resume for a job opportunity, they want to see, quickly and easily why they should consider you and keep looking at your resume. And so you want that whatever those particular characteristics for that job to be really prominent. Unless you have a few decades of work experience, limit your CV to 1 page. Okay. So that's designing your CV. Trying to think what I want for this to be for the particular assignment. I'm going to update this. Design your CV. Do a review of your current CV. Apply some of the practices you've learned regarding design, typography, and grouping to your CV and submit to me. Don't. It would be frustrating to do that in Figma. I'm not going to make you do it in Figma. You don't have to use Figma. You can use Google Docs, not Docs, Docs or Word. Okay, so that's that particular lesson. I don't have anything really to show. And yeah, okay. That's what you need to do. Basically, it's a good chance to do an update on your CV. Make sure you're using some good design practices.